welcome back to this Knife Pad. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with all your friends. So today we are going over the Towering Perfection set list for Japanese. This is going to be either our November set, well, probably not our November set. It's either going to be your August set, most likely, or, like I said, our November set, but most likely the August set. So, getting right into it, we have Suicune V-Card, which is a Water-type Pokemon, 210 HP basic Pokemon, obviously. Ability is going to be Swift Runner. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may use its ability, draw a card. Okay, well, it's okay. It's okay. Most of the cards in here are just okay. There's nothing really amazing, but it's okay. It's attack for 1 water energy, 1 colorless energy, Blizzard, Rondo, 20 plus damage. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon, both yours and opponents. So, again, not amazing. This is a good tech card. It's not a good card that you can really make an entire deck about because you can't really force your opponent to put stuff on the bench. And, I mean, you can do it yourself, but you're only going to do 120 damage at the most if you have your best Pokemon out. You may get some from your opponent, but at the same time, I mean, like, you're not really going to get much. So, great tech card, not really a good card that you want to play with necessarily. So, moving on with that, we have our next V card, which is Golurk V, Psychic-type Pokemon, 220 HP, single-strike Pokemon, for 1 Psychic and 2 colorless energy, Mega Punch, 80 damage, not bad, just nothing amazing. And for 2 Psychic energies and 2 colorless energies, Rewind Beam, 180 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, remove the highest stage evolution card and de-evolve it, and return that card to your opponent's hand. So this is actually really good. This is a card you could make a deck around this. This is a fun card you could really make a deck around, like I said. So you do 180 damage. First off, that's pretty good for 4 energies. I mean, you can do more with stuff like Zacian, 230 for 3 energies, but you can't attack the next turn. You can attack the next turn if you're using Golurk, and you get to de-evolve your Pokemon. So you're using a supporter card and a regular attack in one. If you're facing an evolution deck, then this will be really good. We still need to get a ruling on whether, like, say you're playing against a Decidueye deck. If you de-evolve the Decidueye and you're still using the attack, will the damage go through, or will the de-evolution part effects happen after you do the damage? So hopefully when the rule changes come out when the new set releases, then we'll be able to get a lot more clear on that. But for now, it's really good Pokemon. I'm definitely going to use it. Seems like something that a lot of people would actually use. So moving on to our next V card, or actually our first V Max card, we have a Lycanroc V, fighting type Pokemon, 200 HP, not that much, but it is still okay. Its first attack for 1 fighting energy, Rock Throw, 40 damage. It's okay, nothing special. And then for its second attack, 2 fighting energies and 1 colorless energy, Crushing Fang, 200 damage. This Pokemon cannot attack during your next turn. So this is like a weaker version of Zacian, almost, because Zacian does the exact same thing, except it is for 230 damage, obviously. But we can go even better when we go to Lycanroc V Max, 320 HP, again, not that great. And a V Max Pokemon evolves from Lycanroc V. For 1 fighting energy, Hunting Claw, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon to play with 60 HP or less remaining. That Pokemon is knocked out. Phenomenal. That's really, really, really good. Now, you can do all sorts of stuff like this. This is, again, something you can make an entire deck around, which I'm definitely going to do because it seems like a super, super fun card to play. You can use like stuff like your Galarian Zigzagoons, your Galarian Obstagoons. There's tons of Pokemon that can just place damage all around everywhere, and you just KO at HP, well, 60 or less. Even just in a regular fighting type deck, this would be amazing. You can knock out all those low remaining HP Pokemon on the bench if you're the basic Pokemon, or if it's like a VMAX, GX tag team, anything that just has a lower HP. And then its main attack for 2 fighting energy, 1 colorless energy, max edge, 190 damage, attack is 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's okay for a VMAX Pokemon. The first attack is what you're really going to be focusing on, though. So moving on into our Dark type, we have another VMAX card. We have Garbodor V, 210 HP, about average Darkness type Pokemon, basic Pokemon, and its first attack for 1 Darkness color and energy, Darkness, colorless energy. For 1 darkness energy, 1 colorless energy. Trash cycle, 40 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and cannot retreat during your opponent's next turn. So this is like confusion that you can't get rid of. You cannot, the only way you can be able to get rid of it is if you evolve. Because you cannot retreat, you can't switch or anything during your opponent's next turn. So, I mean, it's really good. You do that 40 damage, they can't attack you next turn. Second attack for 2 darkness energy, 1 colorless energy, sludge bomb, 130 damage. It's not that great, but I mean, the first attack is really good. You get that permanent confusion on there, that's really good. So you have Garbodor V Max, 330 HP, that's pretty good. Ability Trash Hoarding. This Pokemon can have up to 2 Pokemon Tools cards attached to it. If this ability stops working, discard tools until there's 1 tool left. This is the same thing that was on Genesect GX, if you guys don't remember, back in the, I want to say, yeah, Celestial Storm. Celestial Storm was back in. It was a metal type Pokemon. I played it quite a lot, and it was really good because you could put those 2 metal goggles on there. You can get 60 HP minus, then you got that metal Lucario. It'll be able to let you do 90 HP minus in total. This one, you can pretty much do a similar thing, except with the tool cards that we have now. There's so many, I don't even remember the names. Like, you can get 2 big charms on there, 60 HP, 60 HP more, so you'll be up to 390 HP on the Pokemon already, which is really, really good. You can use, you can just use your Vitality Bands and do 20 more damage, which again is really, really good. So it's real attack. It's only has 1 attack, unfortunately. 1 darkness, colorless energy, and it's called G-Max Stink, which is, questionable name. 120 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and cannot retreat during your opponent's next turn. It's okay. Garbodor, it's not really anything amazing. You can, there's better stuff, but I don't know. So Noivern, and you also got your Duraludon V and V Max. We went over these in our previous video. I'll link that in the description if you want to go watch that. So we're not just going to waste the time and go over it now. Now we got our trainer cards, the highlight of it all. So our first guy, we got an item card, Swap Cup, search. I wish it was search. Switch an item card from your hand with the top card of your deck, and you can play as many of them as you want, obviously. So this is a Rangaroo, which was a Pokemon that came around in Sword and Shield base sets, except it's an item card, which means it will survive the rotation. You'll be able to use the same effect. You can't do it every turn. You can only use it when you play it, which is unfortunately a drawback of having it be an item card, but at the same time, really good. So next we have Rescue Trolley. Like, what is this? I thought this was America here. I don't know. We got Rescue Trolley, another item card. Choose up to 2 Pokemon with 90 HP or less from their discard pile. Reveal them and put them into your hand. So again, it's what's it called? It's Rescue Stretcher. Yeah, Rescue Stretcher. You get Ordinary Rod, all those cards. It's the same thing except you get 2 Pokemon, 90 HP or less. It's a level ball with 2 Pokemon, but you have to be from your discard pile. That's the only drawback from it. It has to be in your discard pile. You have to have had it got knocked out, or you have to discard it or something. But that is really good, especially late game. If you already have a bunch of guys knocked out, you need to get like your basics on the bench. If you play on a stage 1, stage 2 deck, you need to get those basics out. Most basic Pokemon aren't going to have over 100 HP. So, it's again, really good. So, we got our gloves for this set. We got Dinging Gloves, item card again. It is attached a tool card to one of your Pokemon. Doesn't have tool cards attached to it. Regular tool rules. When this Pokemon card is attached to attacks done by your opponent's active fire Pokemon, this is attack of increased by 30. Now, it's the same thing. I'm not really going to go into too much detail. This will be a lot helpful in a lot of like Eternatus, Dragapult, Zacian, because they're all weak to fighting type Pokemon, which this will help a lot against. Cause you're going to need to decide whether you're going to want to use Zacian's, especially on the Zacian. If you're going to use this tool card, or are you going to use its own tool card to block those attacks? And you could use these. These would not be the primary choice, but you could do a 4/4 line of both of the Zacian Rusted Sword and the Digging Gloves here, which you could do. I personally would advise against it because it'd be 8 cards in your deck. That's almost a 6 of your deck, It is just going to be tool cards. So we got our next item card, Single Strike Scroll, and it is going to be for our Dragonite. And it is attach a Pokemon tool card to one of your Pokemon that doesn't already have a tool attached. We already know this. Single Strike Pokemon card that's attached to can use the attack on its card. It's almost like a Pokemon, like a level X card that you get attached to. So it is a very big attack for a Fighting Energy, 2 Metal Energies, and 2 Colorless Energies. Strength Smash, 300 damage. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. Now, this could be really good, but also could be really bad. Now, you're doing 300 damage. That can knock out that can knock out everything in the game except for VMAX Pokemon. But you do have to discard that energy from yourself, which is 5 energies. I mean, do you want to? I mean, you could do that. That is possible. But do you really want to get rid of 5 entire energies just to use this? I mean, I personally wouldn't do it, but I mean, that's just my preference. So next up, we have our last tool card and our last item card, which is a Full Face Shield. This Pokemon card is attached to, except with Pokemon with any abilities, takes 20 less damage from your opponent's attacks. Now, this is another okay card. It isn't amazing. It's sort of like your Pokemon cards, like you have your Obstagoons, you have your Decidueye, just to name a few regular Pokemon. You got Big Charm you can put on there. You got Royal Cape that you can put on there. Those just add HP. This will actually allow you to take 20 less damage, although it does not work with abilities. So it isn't that great, to be honest. I mean, you could probably play other cards that will be better for this and be more effective towards yourself. But, I mean, yeah, it's up to your opinion. So, we got only a few cards left. We have Ryan, which, Ryan, I think that's how you pronounce it, yeah. Supporter card. You can only play this card if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Choose one basic energy card from your discard pile and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Search your deck for any one card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So this is sort of like the Rose card that came around in Cosmic Eclipse, I believe. And that was a gigantic staple. Everyone was playing that card just because of the fact that you could get all these cards out. You can get only after you've been knocked out the last turn. But you're still able to get all kinds of different cards. You get set up really, really quick. So next off, we have Schoolgirl, support a card. Draw 2 cards. If your opponent has 6, 4, or 2 prize cards remaining, draw 2 more. Now, again, we have reviewed this in the last video, and you can go watch that. That'll be linked in the description. Now, Copycat. This made a return. This made a lot of returns. It was originally printed in the Neo era, pre-Neo, sort of in between base set and the Neo era, right before Wizard of the Coast took over. And it is shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw the number of cards equal to the number of cards in your opponent's hand. So this was actually reprinted in Celestial Storm, and a part of that whole set, because that was sort of like a reprint of all the older sets for, I believe, for some sort of anniversary of Pokemon. I don't know specifically what, but it was for some sort of special occasion they decided to do that, and they're doing it again. And this card was a really good card. A lot of people played it in their decks. So we will see if it is still going to be as good as it used to be. It might not. It might be. I mean, we don't really know until we get to play it. And our final card, and our only stadium card, is Crystal Cave Stadium card. Once during each player's turn, the player may heal 30 damage from each of their M and N Pokemon. Ooh, what's that? I can't see. So we're going to have to zoom in, do a little zoomy zoom, and look at that. So it'll be from each of their Dragon Pokemon and Metal Pokemon. So this is really, really good. I mean, you got for this set specifically. You got your Dragon Pokemon, you got your Metal Pokemon, you got your Duraludon, your Rayquaza, all this beautiful stuff. This is going to help a lot because, especially, you got the Dragon Energy, which is going to let you heal, and the Dragon in the Metal Energy, which is going to let you heal. I mean, it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's not as good as some other stadium cards that are coming up more. We'll make a video on them in the future. They're not out right now. I'll just say that. So, I mean, it's good. The set overall, though, I would rate about a 7 out of 10 compared to the other one. I mean, it isn't amazing, but it is still pretty good. So I think that's about it for this video. So remember, 40 subscriber special is coming up. I'm going to be making a video on that tomorrow with the announced date and all that stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm going to let you with a little teaser. We're going to be opening up something. So that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or just want to spark a conversation, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And like always, have a great rest of your day.